Show where society's past, present, and future are viewed and explained through the eyes of three different aged mindsets. The show discusses society's past woes, present problems, and how the future will affect all generations to come. Be part of the show by calling in at 888-565-1470, or while watching them on amp2.tv, join the chat room. And now, here's Santory and Sons.
And we're on Boca. History made today. We had shows on before us. I know that you guys can't appreciate the difficulty of doing 3 shows back to back.
I heard about it, though.
But I'm going to tell you, I am toast right now. It is. Oh, you got the bad mic?
Yes.
You got to hold it. You just hold it straight up.
That's okay. It's all right.
Had 3 shows today. We had Elkin and Friedman. We had Caregiver Reality, and we had the School of Deliverance, which is, I don't know if you got to see it, but you probably heard it in the green room because she's a whole lot of energy. So we got to do that today. We wanted to change it up a little bit and see what would happen. And we got some phone calls, and Alan, Elkin, and Rich Friedman were really funny, which you're familiar with.
Yes, yes. You know, I'm still thinking that you need to have the Sanford and Son graphic.
You just love that song, don't you?
I love it, with Lamont driving around in his truck and
well, what do you want me to do? Get a little doll or a bobblehead
and you
doll?
waddle around like Fred Sanford
and
did.
you're gonna be.
I'm telling you, we need to get you a bobblehead.
You
could be the girl. What you call it? He'll be Meathead.
I'll be Esther. No, you got the wrong show. Esther's All in the Family.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, wait. Meathead's All in the Family. Esther is the aunt, right?
I don't know. We gotta watch the reruns.
And the son is.
We gotta see the reruns.
The son is Hey Dummy.
Dummy, yes, yes. You like that show?
I love that.
And you like the music.
You know why I like that show? It reminds me of Friday nights when I was growing up as a little kid, spending Friday nights with my grandparents. We used to watch that show together. So
very temperamental. And did you hear Alan and Rich's song? It was Perry Mason.
Ah.
Which brings back a lot of memories for me.
I like that show too.
I thought that was kind of cool. We have to get something for caregivers, that a little throwback at something. But now listen, we only have a half hour today, and we have a guest coming in, so we have to wrap up our stuff in less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we got to do whatever. Anybody have anything to do? No, absolutely not. I had to put 4 shows together. Nobody has nothing to talk about today.
Well, I can talk about a few things.
Well,
can you say Rick Scott one-term governor?
Rick Scott, one-term governor. You think? Well, I don't think he was going to win no matter what.
Well, now he's insured his loss.
Well,
look, he was trying to pander to the women's vote. Those women weren't voting for him anyway, and now he lost, thousands of male votes because of his veto.
Well, I just think that it's a shame that none of it went through. Some of it, okay, partial, this, that. And he took such a long time to make up his mind.
And he did it on purpose so there'd be no time left in the session to override. We had the override votes. I mean, look, it's the House and the Senate represented the people. The people spoke. The House and the Senate spoke. So this is happening. It's just a matter of we're going to reload and strategize.
Are you gonna go at it again?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm not a quitter. I mean,
no, it's not about quitting. I just thought
it took Massachusetts 8 years to do it.
There you have it. So we're gonna be jumping back on it.
Absolutely. You don't walk away from a bad law say, well, one stupid governor messed it up, so let's.
That's right. The only stupid governor. I don't even know how that guy got in there because he's a thief. But anyway,
exactly.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Well, this Rome is burned down. Had to start all over again. But you know something?
No, we're not starting all over again. We've gotten a lot of attention. We have a lot of public education out there. No.
You've made a lot of noise.
Yes.
Well, I think you should run for governor.
Me, no.
That's going to be our next move.
I hate politics.
Well, that's the only way you're going to win.
No.
Got to get in dirty.
No, there are other ways.
Even if you don't win and you run for governor, your platform will be hurt. Follow my rhythm.
Okay, are you gonna put up the money for me to run?
Absolutely. Why? This guy got in cheating people. I could do the same thing.
Okay, we'll figure out some sort of scam, and I'll run, and
There you go. 888-565-1470. If you got a plan to help vote Debbie Israel as the new governor of Florida, let us know. And how are you, Mr. Mumbles? You haven't said anything today.
I'm exhausted.
Exhausted. Look at this guy.
Dummy. You gotta call him dummy.
I spent the whole weekend
What's he here?
hanging out, partying, and tanning. I'm a little burnt.
I know you have a very nice tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like you're
exhausted.
glowing. Like. I mean, what were you doing?
Well, I went to Dayglow on Saturday,
Yeah, you're glowing, all right.
and that's where they
And
throw,
it's daytime,
they
so
throw
you are
paint
Dayglow-ing.
on you, and you listen to music, and you have a good time and dance. And
I feel
Right.
old. Where is Dayglow?
Dayglow was in West Palm. Yeah, I think it moves around.
Yeah, how come you don't go to Dayglow? You don't go
They
hang
have
out? Do
one
you
in
ever hang
Miami
out?
and-
You just take pictures of the dog.
Listen.
That's what you do, take pictures of the dog.
When I was Dummy's age over here, sorry, but you know the Sanford and Son theme. When I was his age over here, I did plenty of stuff.
When you were younger?
When I was in my 20s,
Yeah.
before marriage,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I got one question for you. Did you cook in the last week? Did you make something?
No.
No.
Oh, Jesus. All right. That takes care of that. In the news, I wanted to touch on, I hate this half-hour thing because I feel like I'm rushing. In the news, I wanted to talk about the kid who got a rifle, 5-year-old. My First Gun. Did you read about that?
No.
It gave a 5-year-old a gun. It's called My First Gun. It's made by a company, and they advertise it for children.
It's a real
22.
rifle?
Yeah, and he shot and killed his sister.
Oh,
Wow.
lovely.
In
That
Kentucky.
company's gone.
No, they're not gone. It's freedom of. They said, listen, they blame the parents. They don't blame the kid. The kid should never have had a loaded gun. But
You don't make guns for kids, though.
This is made for kids. This has a very slow kickback and everything else for a 5-year-old
Oh,
to.
that is so sick.
Yeah, but I mean, a BB gun could do the same thing.
Yeah, but these people are from Kentucky. They don't believe
They shoot
in BB
squirrels.
guns.
I mean,
But that's why.
That is so sick. They don't sell cigarettes to kids. Why would they sell a gun to kids?
That's right. So that's a famous. Then the other thing is that we have a hearing on Wednesday. I hear about what happened at Zimbabwe.
See, the
the embassies
only
are burned
news that
down.
I've been
I didn't hear that.
fo-
I don't
the
even
only,
know
the
what
only
country
news that I've
you're
been
talking
following is the
Well,
Florida news.
Well,
so.
3 people jumped in and they're going to testify against the Obama administration. There was a huge cover-up. So there's a lot of
You
stuff
mean
coming.
Benghazi?
Yes, Benghazi. So it's a big
I thought
3
you were
guys.
talking
that
about- I thought you were talking about a country.
No,
What are
it
you
is a
doing?
country, Benghazi. But our embassy was attacked. Remember, people died, yada,
Right,
yada,
right,
yada.
right.
Well, now 3 people are turning over on the government, and this one is the hearing.
Oh, how interesting.
And
So
it's grounds for...
who's putting on trial? Who's getting put on trial?
Well, the president can get in a lot of trouble with this one if it's a big cover-up. We'll see. We'll see what happens Wednesday. But you guys got to read the news now.
Listen, this has been a bad news week for me, personally.
Why? Why haven't bad news?
Well, what do you mean, what happened bad news? 5
That
days
was last
ago?
week.
That was 5 days
That's
ago.
nothing.
I don't read the news during the weekend.
You don't read the news ever. You gotta
No,
take.
usually I watch my Sunday morning news shows. I get educated, but this weekend, let me tell you something.
You gotta brush that off and move on. The world's turning. It's time to find new adventures.
I'll start turning today.
Let's find some weaknesses in our foes. Let's attack their Achilles' heels. Governor Scott, something came out on him today. Did you see it?
Something about the Medicare bill?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And
Oh,
they were
that's
gonna
what we
a
have to
special
hit him right
session.
there.
I thought it was gonna be a little bit more scandalous than that. Like maybe he wears women underwear. I don't know.
Well, he might. If you got that news, let us know. 888-565-1470 is the number. You give us a call.
I'm not
let us
reporting
know.
that story.
Anybody who has a little dirt for us?
I think Governor Scott's next job is going to be in the haunted house in Disney World. That's where I think he's going to
Well,
start
that's
working.
called Tallahassee.
That's a great place for him. He can scare the little kids with those bug eyes.
Poor Scott. He's just a misguided. So I don't even know how the guy became governor. I mean, he cheated the system.
Money.
No, he
had
cheated.
money. He put $78 million of his own money into the campaign.
Just to be a
It wasn't
governor?
his. He stole it. And then they gave
$78
it
million
back
to
or
be a
something.
governor?
Of his own money.
He had Medicare fraud all over the place, and he still won.
He wanted it too bad.
Remember the mayor from Chicago who was selling crack and buying
Yes,
dope, and they
yes.
caught him on film saying,
Yes.
"I want to buy crack," and
Yeah.
he won. He won.
No,
he
not
still
the mayor of Chicago. Wasn't that D.C.? Maryland.
Oh, Maryland, D.C. And he
Marion
still
somebody?
won. And they still had films of him buying the crack and everything, and
Right,
he
and
won.
he got reelected.
And that's what you got to do. You got to be dirty. You got to be a dirty bato in order to win. This whole world's upside down. But that's what you got to remember that. Because if you play fair, you don't get nowhere. You got to play a little dirty.
Play
Well, I always
fair,
say
you
nice
get nowhere.
guys finish last.
That's right. And my Knicks lost, so I'm very, very upset about that.
Well,
But
here
we'll
you've
get
got
back.
Ryan coming in tomorrow to talk about that.
I thought Ryan was coming in tonight. The show's tonight, not tomorrow.
This is Monday night.
No, he's coming for training tomorrow. It has nothing to do with that.
Okay,
Boy, I'm going to tell you, you're really off this week.
Yes,
and another
I am.
question for you. Did you cook anything this week?
You
already asked that.
I just want to see if you did. See if anybody got any food out of this lady.
The answer's not going to change, Freddie.
I can see that. Okay, so in the news is done. Are we finished with our...
No, but I did break my vegetarian rule this week.
What you eat, pork?
We went to that Japan restaurant I was telling you about, and
I
did have the steak. Yeah.
You're not no vegetarian. You just don't like to eat meat.
No, I'm actually going on a vegan diet this summer.
Ugh.
Why? Why? Well, okay, what is the purpose of a vegan diet?
I just want to get
start
healthy.
to death.
No, you can be healthy without being vegan. You need protein. I mean,
There's protein that's not animal protein.
Ugh.
Well, the animal protein is what you need.
Ugh. As they say, ugh. Okay. You know what? Let's take a break. A little early. I want to see if there's anybody in the green room. We'll be back with Julie Riley from Tenants. We'll see you on the other side.
Times are tough, and right now those in the commercial world know that being heard via advertisements is the name of the game. AmpSquare.tv understands how important advertisement is and is proud to express that it's truly the only plugged-in internet television production company on the market. Amp2.tv live streams all their shows across all the major selling markets in the U.S. and abroad. Call them at 866-224-5422. The AmpSquare.tv library allows productions to be seen over and over again, making commercial platforms more usable. Call 866-224-5422. Toll free 866-224-5422. Amp2.tv, the first and only internet television network that's truly plugged in. 866-224-5422. That's AMP2.TV.
Jeff DeForest for my good friends at Dynamic Surface Solutions. If you need anything covered, walls, floors, countertops on any size job, only one place you need to call. Going to give you a personal cell phone of my good friend Freddie, who together with the lovely Rosemary has put together something really special at Dynamic Surface Solutions. 347-245-6012. Again, 347-245-6012. Dynamic Surface Solutions can handle any size job, and they feature new covering ideas and technology at a fraction of the price of other companies. Micro-thin porcelain, floor and wall coverings with a huge selection of tiles, granite, stone, whatever it is that you're looking for, they have it. And with their interior designers, they can take you from start to finish in no time flat. A beautiful job and even more attractive price. Dynamic Surface Solutions features never seen before granite tiles and furniture for commercial and residential jobs, and they can do it all. Call for a free estimate. Let Freddie and Rosemary turn what you have into a palatial look at unreal prices. Floor and wall covering jobs, whether it's a small bathroom at home or a giant mall, you're responsible for at incredible prices. At Dynamic Surface Solutions, 347-245-6012.
And we're back. And that's not on. I guess Gio doesn't have his on. That's green. Okay. Moving on, because this is the fastest show on the face of the earth. We did 4 shows today. And this is the last segment. But really quickly, we have Julie Riley. Yes?
Yes.
From Tenants. Now, what is it? It's St. Mary's of Tenants?
St. Mary's Medical Center is one of 10 hospitals that Tenant owns and manages in South Florida.
Correct. But you are in charge at the St. Mary's division?
Well, I am the regional neurology director, so I work with all of the 10 Tenant hospitals to facilitate neurosciences, to work with our medical directors and our clinicians to make sure that we're moving, advancing neuroscience forward.
Gotcha. I went up there 2 weeks ago, right? 2 or 3 weeks ago, we went up to the new facility that you opened, which is fantastic up there. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the new facility and where it's located?
Sure. It is the Palm Beach Neuroscience Institute. It is in Village Commons, West Palm Beach. That's 901 Village Boulevard. It's in Suite 702. And what you were able to see when you took a tour of the facility was our outpatient offices. So our physicians cover Good Samaritan, St. Mary's, and Palm Beach Gardens in the northern Palm Beach market. And we wanted to provide an opportunity for our patients to have all of their neuroscience workups in one location so there. We have 8,000 square feet, we have 12 physicians, 14 exam rooms, and we do everything neurologically for the patient.
Now, when you say everything under one roof, what does that mean?
So a lot of times for a patient, the continuum of care is you go to get a test here or you go to see a different doctor there, and we're able to offer the full continuum of care. So we have all of our neurologists and neurosurgeons in one office. We also have subspecialists there. We do pediatrics and adult services. We have internal medicine and some cardiology. We also have PT, physical therapy. We have an MRI suite, ultrasound. So everything can be done in one location, which is convenient for the patient, and it is also better for the doctors for collaboration.
How many doctors were there? I mean, me and Linda went to the open house.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was fantastic. And how many doctors are under that one roof?
Right now, we have 7 physicians. We're anticipating having 12, and we have rotating subspecialists. So, one day a week we'll have a specialist in multiple sclerosis come on board, and everybody that needs that service will come on that day. We have, right now in there, we have general neurologist, epilepsy specialist, stroke specialist, memory disorders. We have interventional neurologist, as I said, adult and pediatric neurosurgery. We have internal medicine coming, cardiology, physical medicine, rehab, neuropsychiatry, and all of the clinical support staff. So everything's under one roof. So once you're discharged from the hospital, or if you've not been hospitalized, you can still utilize those services, along with clinical research. So we're always looking for new answers to some of these situations.
Right. Well, Ryan's always, attendant, Ryan Lieber, has always sent us doctors and guests and things of that nature. But this is probably the first time. And I've been to all the hospitals, but this is the first time I've ever been to a clinic where everything's under one roof.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have other clinics that are like that throughout Florida?
Yeah, well, that's part of our vision, is to take one service. We do this with neurosciences, and we also do this with cardiovascular services, where we take all of the services we offer across our 10 hospitals, the Tri-County area, and this center that you saw, the Palm Beach Neuroscience Institute, is the first of its kind, and we'll be replicating that in the Dade County market and across moving forward, where we want to make sure that we're offering an easy solution for our patients, because a lot of times the patient gets lost in the follow-up. And so once you have a hospitalization, our goal is to help prevent initial hospitalization, but also recurring hospitalizations.
Well, it's also good because you sort of take care of a lot of issues under one roof. So
Correct.
You don't have to go find another doctor, and you don't have to go find something else if something else is ailing you. How long has the center been open?
The center opened a soft launch, if you will, in February, and we did our open house in just a couple weeks ago, as you said. Our MRI has just recently become accredited, so it's now fully functional. So we're ready and open for the public, and we've been very excited about the traffic that we've seen, and we're really excited about doing the outreach and education to focus on the prevention of some of these issues. But I think what you're discussing is that even when you have a collaboration of physicians in an office like that, they can take the scans, or they can look at the case and discuss it amongst one another, because most neurological situations are not isolated. So if you have one situation, it may lead to another situation.
Exactly. And also, where is it located?
It's at 901 Village Boulevard in the Village Commons Shopping Center.
And the phone number, let's put up the phone number. And say nice and slow so Jill can hear it in Tampa, and they can...
The phone number is 561-882-6214.
Excellent. Now let's talk a little bit about what you do for them.
So I am responsible for facilitating all of the neurosciences. So we started our initiatives out in developing a stroke network across the Tri-County area. So we're soon to have 4 comprehensive stroke centers, which offer the highest level of stroke care, and we're really proud of that. We have 5 interventional suites. So our comprehensive stroke centers are St. Mary's Medical Center in West Palm Beach. We have Delray Medical Center. We have Florida Medical Center in Fort Lauderdale, and soon to be, they were being expected today, Palmetto General Hospital. So we have built our hubs so that the higher acuity patients would be transferred to those facilities, and they're geographically located. And so once we've established our network in stroke, we'll go on to start to attack all the additional subspecialty disease states, such as epilepsy, movement disorders, Parkinson's disease, all of the neurological disorders that impact our society.
Now, your job is to oversee to make sure everything goes smooth at all these centers?
Well, I have a tremendous team. I can't take all the credit. My job is to work with the medical directors and the clinical leaders to make sure that we're building quality programs and that we have the appropriate manpower, woman power, physician-wise to staff our facilities, and then to determine what strategic investments we should make in neuroscience. There's a lot of, you see the growth in so many diseases associated with the brain, and so that's our focus. We're also looking to make sure that we're advancing that technology and clinical research.
Now, I'm from the Bronx in New York, so Delray Medical, I know, is one of your facilities, right?
Yes.
So is this Dade that we're in? What is Dade County?
This is Palm Beach County.
And where's Dade?
Dade is in Miami.
Oh, don't look at me that way, Mrs. I don't cook. I don't know. Okay, so Dade County, the hospital associated with Dade County.
That's Palmetto General will be
Miami?
our comprehensive, yes.
Oh, okay. Because I know that you guys hook up these things surrounded towards a hospital, right?
Yes, we have.
To be done.
Yeah, we have, as I said, 4 comprehensive stroke centers, and they will be flagged with these comprehensive ancillary programs so that you can have everything in one shop. So we have that in West Palm, and then our next site will be probably in that Doral area to support our Palmetto offices, okay, and then also to support, some FMC or Florida Medical Center patients as well.
Is there going to be a facility close to where we're at in the Boca regional area?
No, that will be in the that will serve the
Beach.
Patients of the Palmetto service area. Okay. That's in Hialeah.
Okay, in Hialeah.
Yes.
Oh, all right, that's good enough. See, I just getting my geography.
There should be one close to everyone in our Tri-County area before we're finished.
Well, I asked Ryan to go up there and take some film of the place. Now, you guys aren't open on the weekends?
Not yet. I think that that's something that our future plans are hoping to achieve.
All right, Linda, you were right. Linda said you weren't open on the weekends. I said, of course they're open on the weekends.
Yeah, the hospitals are open 24/7.
There you go. But you're going to be open.
Yeah, we're looking at, we just opened this facility, and we would like to see what the needs of the community are, and then we'll address our scheduling appropriately.
Excellent. We're going to go up there and we're going to do a little...
What kind of advances have you made in Parkinson's research over the last 20, 30 years, out of curiosity? Because my grandfather had Parkinson's. That's why I'm, asking.
Well, there are centers that are focused completely on Parkinson's disease, and a lot of that comes out of academic medicine. And so what we're trying to do now as an industry is really channel as many dollars into clinical research as we can. So there's a lot of monitoring going on, a lot of new technology that they can identify where these different things are coming from. But I can't speak to any advancements, maybe stabilization and longevity, where you can manage the disease and have a little bit more quality of life. But I still think there's a lot of research to be done, and that's part of our initiatives in partnering with Scripps and Max Planck. And really, you can do the treatment side, but we all want to get to the how do we figure out what the etiology of that disease is, why is it happening, and how can we impact it and give a quality of life to our patients. And the families of these patients are impacted so greatly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so part of what our goal is to not only treat the patient, but to treat the family, to provide those supports that are necessary so that we can get through each of these situations.
It's very true, because when you have a Parkinson's patient, you really can't leave them alone because you're afraid they're going to fall or stumble or hurt themselves. It's a big deal.
It's very serious, and most of the neurological disorders that we deal with have extreme consequences such as that. So we spend a tremendous amount of time doing outreach and education, and I appreciate you allowing us to come on the show tonight.
Oh, I'd love to have you.
Because this is what really makes a difference. And we talked about, it being Stroke Awareness Month, May, and that's one of the biggest disease states where we can make a difference. There has been
if it's treated early,
if it's treated early. So our job is to get out and get that word out to the community. An article just came out today from the American Heart Association, excuse me. They were saying that there's still a great discrepancy in the number of patients that are being transported by EMS with stroke. So we partner with our EMS in these communities to really try to get out and make a difference, because once you're transported by EMS, you have a 67% chance of having better outcomes, because it's all a fast track system, and I'm so glad to know that you're aware of that.
Well,
time saved is brain saved.
I read a lot.
Well, that's true. And Tenet was also instrumental in helping my mother go through breast cancer. We talked about
Oh, yeah.
that.
We have some really great clinicians in the oncology program, so I'm glad that things are going well there.
Yeah, that's going fantastic. And the information provided actually alleviated me from having a stroke because they told me that she was in serious trouble when we got to Puerto Rico. She wasn't. Thank God they got in time. But anyway, I want to thank you for taking time off from your busy schedule. I know
thank you so much for the opportunity. I hope you'll have us again.
We have you every week. We ask Brian if he has anybody who wants to send down. We're more than happy. It's a little bit tighter now. Normally we have.
We should learn about all the symptoms of these diseases so everyone can take care of them early on.
Well, what we should do is we should go up to the center.
Let's do a show from the center. Can we do that?
And then we can tape
That'd
it and
be
bring
great.
it down.
That would be great.
So
and we interview
start
everybody.
treating early.
Absolutely, that should be.
Prevention is the best medicine.
Absolutely, but we should do that. So
like stick your tongue out. See, stick your tongue out.
You stick your tongue out.
No, you stick your. I'm serious.
Why? No, we gotta leave, Ollie. We're leaving, Ollie. Thank you very much. You stick your tongue out. I want to thank Julie Riley for coming down.
It's a test. To
no. That's a strange question. I want to thank Gio in Tampa, Freddie Jr., and the tongue lady here. Are you going to cook dinner this week?
No.
All right. Here's the music. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you. Stay right there. Linda, thank you. All right, big guy, take us out. We'll see you guys next week.
You've been listening to Santory & Sons, the